Hey y'all, it's duct tape. Well, I want to do a little update on the old Harley where I put them LED lights in there and stuff. I took them all out, put the original bulbs back in. I bought another thing of lights. It was this style then, and it was supposed to have the resistors in it. It didn't have the resistors in it. So I tried to put them in, no good. The back red lights wouldn't even fit, so I just got rid of them. The headlight, I took the headlight completely out, put the other one back in, and there's the one I put in and took out my original one. But I put the original one back in, but I bought an LED bulb, and it works. The LED bulbs, there's no don't have to really, on the headlights, don't have to worry about the resistance and have a hyper flash. So it's all back to original. Well, so I spent a lot of money for nothing pretty much, but what else is new? I do that all the time. So we're looking at the Suburban and checking out the manifold stuff. And I tightened up the flange down here and sealed up that exhaust leak. It was just loose. The other side's the same way, it's loose. I did this a while back and I quieted it down, but then I'm like, man, I got one over here. So I'm thinking we're just going to change these exhaust, change these out. Now I could tighten that up and my exhaust leak would be fine, but we're going to try something totally. We're going to try to do the. We're going to try to put manifolds on it, or the headers on it. Let's get you guys here situated. Now I already tugged on these. These two come loose, and if I can't get none of these, all these loose, then I'm not even going to attempt it. I'm just going to tighten up the other manifold and be done with it. Now on this one, it's got the EGR valve tube that runs into this manifold that's right back there, and it comes up to, I want to say it comes up to here somewhere. I'm not real positive where it runs, but no, it goes up, runs up somewhere up in here, and it goes, there it is here, it runs all the way up to here into this right here. Now there's a, let me see if I can't get you guys in here to see it a little better. Right down there. Now I'll take this whole tube out and I get me a, there we go. You can see how that wire got hot and melted on it. Huh, maybe that'd be one of my electrical issues I got going on. I don't know, maybe not. But right here, if I pull this out, I can put a plug in it and get us a pipe thread plug and just stick in there and plug her off. So, and then we'll end up eventually have to get a block off plate for this, but it's pretty much blocked off right here anyway, so there's not going to have any, what you want to call it, through there. But anyways, let's see if we can get a couple of these to break free here. See if we can't get you into there a little better. Just check and make sure we can get all of them loose. If they feel like they're going to snap, I ain't doing it. Oh, come on. Yep, see that? I tell you what, I don't want to jinx myself right yet, but on most of these Vortex, man, them header bolt, or these manifold bolts come out pretty easy. Well, I'm not going to say pretty easy, but they tend to not break off. Okay. Oh, why'd I do that? Come on. Ooh. Break my ratchet, did I? Yeah, it sure did. Yep. God dang it. It's this old cheap ratchet from, I want to say like, I think I bought this at Menards. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to get me a different ratchet here. This one here is a little tight. But, get a different ratchet on there. Just, this is my long handle one, so what I was using it for. Better leverage. Alright, we're on it with the 1/2 inch with the adapter to 3/8. That one come loose. Tighten it back up just in case. And then we got these bad boys that are in the airways. I get me a step stool. I'm kind of short. God dang it! See, I'm in a way where I can't really get the leverage, the pull leverage that I would like to get on it. Let me get this big wire out the way here. I've never done a exhaust swap in the engine bay like this, but that come loose. Got one more. And then I'll jump over to the other side and I'll check them before we get totally into it. Ooh, I about fell. Come on. Look, that one's loose. That one was already loose. So we're good. Well, I hope it's loose and not broke off in there, but it felt loose, so. So I'm gonna jump over here to the other side. And but yeah, that's probably was a exhaust leak there. I had an exhaust leak down here at the collector. Exhaust flange, whatever you guys want to call it. And the other side is and then the other side collector is leaking now. So I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta remove this here so I can get down to it, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna pull the air cleaner box off, all this off, and I'm gonna pop all these loose, and then we'll be able to get started pulling these things. Alright, so everything come loose real easy on these. The back one was a little loose, so I had a little bit of a leak there. You can kind of see on this back spark plug how it's black. I don't know if you guys can see back there, but it's black. So I had an exhaust leak onto that, most likely. I would assume that's probably what that's from. So since I know I can get this side off, and this is relatively the easier side. And yeah, there's a few things here that can mess with me, but we're gonna pull this side. We're gonna go underneath, pull our 3 bolts to hold that together, and we'll pull these. We'll undo the spark plug boots, move this out the way a little bit. We'll have to pull this bolt here to pull the dipstick tube away. I need to change the valve cover gaskets too on this. I don't know if I want to do it right now. I probably should. I got brand new gaskets on that motor there. I ought to just swap them out. So I'm gonna crawl underneath there, and I'll get them 3 loose down there. They should come off pretty easy since they've loosened up. Because when I first bought this thing was quiet, and I want to have the headers on there just for the better flow. And then I'm going to do a cat delete. My exhaust is really nice underneath there though. That's the thing. I should probably leave the cats, but I want the better flow for it. We're going to get rid of this cooling fan too. We're going to get an electric fan, so we won't be losing this horsepower from this. I know we can't make this really fast, but I do want to lose this cooling fan. It's a big one, big draw on the motor. I'm not really going for more horsepower. I'm going more for like fuel economy type deal. If I don't have strain on the motor from this fan, then I should have you know, a little more power to save a little bit on fuel economy, hopefully. That's just a theory of my own. I don't know nothing. I don't know if it's right or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this off here down there. It'd be hard for me to video down there. You guys can see the flange. I just stick my impact up there with extension and just zip them off. I think they're 15 millimeters. Alright, we got that bottom one out, or the bottom bolts, nuts off down there. I'm not real sure that that's going to fit that header flange, but we're going to try it anyways. I ain't going to stop now. You know, if not, I just have to put the manifold back on and zip it back up, but we're going to go ahead and pull these off down there. We got the old zipper. Get on there. Oh, dang it. Gary says I'm going to charge the battery up on this thing. That back one I'm going to have to get by hand. See that? Them bolts ain't bad at all, really, on these Vortex. I don't know what it is, but it's good. You know, everybody's always like spray some lube. Well, how you going to spray lube on the head of the bolt? We're back here where it's sealed, where you don't even get no air out of. How you gonna get fluid in there? You're not gonna be able to lube these things. And now if you break them free, all of them a little bit, and make a little gap in between the motor and the head, I can see be able to get some lube there to be able to take them off. But I don't know how you're gonna lube these things up. Now maybe they might seize right here and going into the manifold, but I don't see how you get lube on that down there. Go back in with this one a little bit. Try to free up a little bit of that junk in there. This is all real time, so you guys see me loosen up the other side. Took me maybe 5 minutes, and then getting these out. You know, 5 more minutes. Well, a little bit longer now, because this is the one that wants to fight. And then I got to hand ratchet the back one out because I don't have enough room in between the firewall. Well, I might if I use the short socket. If I had a battery charged up on this, it would zip them out of there. Plus, it's a cheapie. She ain't got a lot of foot-pounds of torque on her, so. I'm gonna leave this one in, so it helps. So it help hold it while I get that back one out. Let me get the socket here. Down there with me? I don't think so. She's 14. We'll see if we can fit this in there, and hopefully it'll ratchet it out of there. Nah, goes the wrong way. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And we won't be using these again because the header's got header bolts. So let's see. Come on up out of there. Come on up out of there. Come on. Boom, just like that. Yeah, now you can probably still see the, well look, that didn't come off that easy. Maybe this thing wasn't even on there that good, maybe that's, but see how bad that dirty, well my hands are dirty, but see the black on the spark plugs, but maybe that's just, and we'll go through and retighten them, make sure they're tight. But I looked on the back of these. Look on the back of these. This is the one towards the back. I don't see a little bit carbon going. I don't really see much. It's like this one here, kind of running a little rich with that much carbon in there, but it looks pretty even. So, well, we gotta take off of that, get it out of our way. And the spark plugs, you know, the plug wires are, that one wasn't even on all the way. That one didn't clip. Must not got them real tight on there, so yeah, that sucks. And then of course obviously we can go with the linked. This one's a little longer than this one, and this one and this one, so if not we can trace them from the thing up here. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna get my socket wrench on these, on this plugs. They're brand new. I just changed these when I changed the wires and stuff a few months back. So I'm gonna double check, make sure these are tight. I'm pretty sure they are. And they're NKGs, so. All right, well, I'm gonna get this loose. Heck, that one's already loose. But I'm gonna get the rest of the way off, so it's out of our way. We'll be able to set these other headers right down on there, and go from there. Well, I think I lost you guys there, but if I did, I straightened this up a little bit. Still needs to be straightened out right there a little bit. I thought I hit record. I don't know if it was recording or not, so just in case. There's still a few little dings in there. I need to straighten it up a little bit. Not dings, just not real circular. Alright. You know what, this is my only shot of getting some cylinder on there without having to pull these all the way again. I'll just run up and go ahead and go get the cylinder for this stuff. I'll have a gas. I'll have a leak around there. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about that. You can see that's folded over. Should I go get it? Probably should. I probably ain't. Oh well, we're not going to. I'm not going to. We're going to get it set on there. And I need to probably make sure she's going to make sure she's going to line up with the exhaust flange anyways. Oh, you dummy. I got to stick the dipstick tube through there. Alright, we're not gonna have that. Now probably be a good time to check that oil too, huh? Man, nothing like fighting it freaking head for sure. Heater hoses. What else am I catching up? Heater hose. There we go. What else am I hitting on now? More of the dipstick too. I don't want to pull dipstick out too lately. There we go. I'll just bend it a little bit. Let's get rid of this thing here. And climb up on this little old thing. See what else I'm hitting on here. Exhaust pipe here. I get the exhaust pipe in there or something. Gotta see what we're hitting on. I think the exhaust pipe ain't lining up right down there. Yeah, that's what it's doing. Okay. Uncle. I call Uncle. Okay, so we gotta just kind of force her. She's not, kind of gotta force it back a little bit. And, yeah. I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna get a couple of these bolts in here and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna have to pry on a little bit. That you guys want to see me struggle, but so far on this side we've got what, maybe a half hour. I had to spend some time taking the header off that motor to put on here, but it looks like everything's gonna line up once I kind of force it onto the exhaust pipe down there. But I mean, it's on the exhaust pipe. The exhaust pipe's just kind of pushing up. It just kind of needs to push down a little bit. I could probably go wedge some boards or something underneath in there between it and the body or whatever. Let me get a bolt in here. So I was able just to stick this in there, just pry back a little bit, and she lined right up, and I was able to screw it right in. Back side down there. Now, we'll just work our way backwards. It's probably not real lined up. It's probably got to go down a little bit. Let's see. Go down. See if we can't catch something down back there. We don't want to break no spark plugs, that's for sure. I mean, it's not like we can't get it out, but look at that. Yeah, they're going in pretty easy now. Just getting that, getting her lined up a little bit. Let me get my ladder. I say ladder like I got a big lifted truck. It's just because I'm short. I'm just short. But that just goes right in. Man. Nice. I better hold on to this just in case this left the back bolt. This is the worst one of all of them, I think. Well, the other side's gonna be pretty bad too, but come on. Well, hot diggity dog. And then we got two more to put in where I skipped. Skip this one here. I bought these headers off Marketplace a while back for like 50 bucks or something. Something cheap. Kinda really cheap. There we go. This one. Alright guys, this is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I can't believe it went in that smooth. Now these are different sizes because they're header bolts. They're 11s. Not the manifold bolts come off there. Now the ones behind the pipes I'll have to get by hand. I gotta figure out where I put my battery at. I got another battery. Here's the one. I'm just going to use 7/16. They're 7/16 or 11 mil. If you guys don't know, I mean, they're pretty dang close between standard and metric. Just if you just work with both of them a lot, you kind of know a 13 is the same as a half, 14 the same as a 9, or a 9. A 14 as a 9/16. So it's just, you know, like a 10 and a 3/8. Now they won't work. Let's see what else. What's the other ones there? An 8 mil, like a 7 1/4 inch. They're real close, but they won't work. But as you get kind of into the bigger metrics and standard, they kind of work. So I actually think these are 7/16, but I use 11 mil on them, whichever. I mean, it's whatever's clever. Whew. That one's going to take me just a few more extra minutes because of where it's located at. But once I get her screwed in and then just put the wrench on her, she'll tighten right up. But I'm going to go ahead and tighten that one up real good, and then I'm going to go back through and make sure every one of these are real good and tight. Alright, we got her all buttoned up. On your cap, it should have your numbers on here somewhere. Normally it would. But since I have another cap, I can just go over here and look at my cap and figure out which one's which. Just verify the cap's sitting the right way. This is sitting this way. So far one's the coil. This one here is number 6, 4, 2, and 8. So in the way I've got my wires ran and connected into here, so this matches. So this is 6. This one's number 6. This one would be number 4. That one's number 2. And then this one's number 8. So when I clamped my wires coming out of the thing, I clamped them flat, straight, coming straight out, and then I changed them here. So I'm gonna put them on, and hopefully I can get them to lock on, because this one wasn't locked on, that one wasn't really that good. So I could have had a slight miss from them too. So hopefully it helps me out here. There's that right there, first and foremost. Yeah, and this won't fit because of the thing, so that sucks. But I have the other bolt from the other. So we'll have to get a little bit longer bolt for that. And this part here, I should have probably ground it down a little bit, and I didn't do it. I was stubborn. So let's get these wires on here. You guys can see how bad it's gonna suck with headers. So there's number 8 down there. Ooh. Hey. Let's hear you click. You get the old pry bar here, and we'll kind of help us push it on there. There, I heard it click. So, and then this is number 6, which is going to be even funner one to put on. Yeah. Nope, she didn't click right. Going. There she went. And I should have put that on the other side of the dipstick tube. Ah. Get it up in there. There, she clicked. So we just which one was this one? This is, yeah, of course I moved my thingy and then I lost my cap again. Now there it is. So this one here should probably be number 2 right here. Am I right? No, this is number 4. Number 8. Number 8. Number 2. We'll set that one up here. Then number 4. 4's be pretty easy. There, she's on. Yeah, them spark plug. You can look in the back and just see how much farther that's on. So I messed up and didn't have that. Didn't have a couple of them spark plug wires on all the way. There, that clicked. So make sure you kind of angle them out the way a little bit away from the exhaust. And then we'll separate. Put that right there for now, and then we'll get these tied up out the way a little bit. We'll actually tie this up a little bit, and kind of get some zip ties and zip tie that stuff all up out the way. But you know what? This one could go here like that, and that will tie that one. That one will tie that one, so that'll hold them up out the way. And then I got the other hold down for that, but I don't think it's going to fit back on there though. I don't think that's not going back on there because of the tab. But anyways, we don't care. We ain't worried about that. We can zip tie them out the way. This side's pretty much done. I get this put in, get my wires up out the way a little bit, which can all be, you know, that there should be locked back now. And then I can zip tie that up to there. And all my wires will be out the way, away from the headers. Zip tie it back a little bit. And when I get that up, I can zip tie all that up out the way. Only got to zip tie this one up to this. You will never see it. Alright, well, I'm going to find me a bolt. The old bolt that I had to come out the other motor. Hold the dipstick in. Get the air cleaner box put back on. And then we'll move to the other side. The other manifold bolts and the exhaust flange nut for the studs in the manifold, they go together. So there's some play in them though. I don't think they're going to tighten down. There's just too much play in them. I don't like it, but they may work. We're going to try these. We're going to try it. And if they don't work, we can change them out for something else. But for right now, this is what we got. This is what we're going to use. Unless I can find some different ones, which I doubt it. Alright. Well, everything's buttoned back up. We got the exhaust flange down there bolted up. This is back on. I'm pretty sure everything's bolted back up for some reason. I don't know. That's bolted up. Wires are down there. Let's start it up, see what happens. Oh, she's so quiet. So quiet. Yeah, you can hear that header getting some little more flow, it sounds like, but man, she's so much quieter. I gotta hear it again. Well, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I'm kind of changing my battery because I think it died. But I was pretty sure I had good battery life. So we finished changing this thing, and all of a sudden now it started recording, and I'm not real sure. So that's how you guys got caught in the mix of me changing the battery. We're going to start on this driver's side, and it's going to be a little bit more involved because we got to do this stuff with the EGR valve, the tubing for it to delete. So that's going to be a little bit more involved. You guys see me take the exhaust manifold off on the other side. It's pretty much the same on this side. We just don't have to take the air cleaner box off and pretty much get straight to it, pretty straightforward to it. Let me grab the light. Let me wipe you off too. I can see my dirty greasy fingerprints on the lens here. And we'll grab my light, and I just put you on time lapse as I zoom through these. Alright, so here's the, come off there, the dealio. Now we're doing, we'll cut the CGR valve tubing off the manifold, so it won't be fighting us. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm cutting it. Watch the Sawzall blade. There. Be cutting it right there. That's some hard stuff. I don't think I won't be able to get my grinder in there, but I've got to get it cut. It's gonna take a minute, and I don't really want to bore you guys with just watching my Sawzall, but she's down there, way back right down there. You see my Sawzall blade there. That tube running down right there is what we've got to cut. So it's going to take me a minute. I knew that this one was going to be the harder one. I left the manifold bolted with 2 bolts here and here tight. I already got the nuts off the flange down there. They come off real easy. It's a lot easier than the other side was. This is a manifold that's leaking really good. I think it may be coming out of these. I don't really see no rubber gaskets in them. So we may change them because I don't really see no leaking along down through here. So I'm going to probably pull them bolts and change them rubber seals. But until then, I'm going to struggle on cutting that. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we got that cut. And I cut it with the, end up having to get the grinder in there and cut it. Now I'm going to get stuck. Come off there. That Sawzall wasn't going to cut that no way, no how. So, yeah, I was able to get my cut-off wheel in there and just cut it right on off. So, we're going to have to fish that out through underneath all this stuff and get it taken out. Yeah. That one's out of there. I changed my oil filter real quick too. It's in an easy spot. As you can see, these spark plug wires are a little better out the way here. And so far they've all been on there. You see maybe a little bit of an exhaust leak right there. Go ahead and pull that up there. And then I gotta pull that with the 10 and this one with the 10. And yeah, I'm gonna get them pulled, and then I gotta pull the headers off the other motor and stick it on here. Alright, I got this one set up on there. With this, there's the gasket come loose off of it, so there's hooks on each end. So if you start your header bolt here and the other one at the far end down there, then you can slide it in. But see right here, I put a bolt in to hold it level to get that back one in, because that back one was hard to get to. So we got that like that. We're gonna slide it in. It falls right onto them bolts, the header bolts there. Now, if you guys are wanting to know what them are, them pace setters. Pace setter headers 70-13 18. 70-13-18 pace setter headers for your OBS Chevys, Suburbans. You just got to make sure you have a double when your Y pipe comes off your, wouldn't even say Y pipe, it's actually dual exhaust all the way till the muffler. So then after the muffler, you got two, or after the cats, it's still dual exhaust, and then it flanges, and then you still have dual exhaust, and then you got dual into the muffler, and then you have single out on this. So you got to kind of make sure what you're getting and making sure everything's right, or you're really gonna fight these. So we're not real sure on how it's gonna mount up down there on the flange down there, but the other side mounted up pretty good. So I'm gonna say this one should mount up just as good. So now this one here is hard to get out. Never throw your old sockets, your old wrenches away. I had to have a thin wall to get that out to fit in there. See how much thicker that is than that one? See how big that is compared to that? It wouldn't fit in between the pipe and the nut to get, or the bolt to get it out. So good thing I kept the oldies. That oldie got it right out of there. So well, if you guys see me do this on the other side, well, I'll cut you guys back on when we pull this pipe out of there for this EGR, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do as far as plugging that off. We may cut that pipe all out, take it out, cut it, pinch it, and then run a weld bead across it to seal it up once we fold it on itself. And then that way I don't have to go buy a plug, save some money. So turn you back on when we're there. Alright, we're gonna pull out that piece, whatever you want to call it, the EGR valve thingy to Bob. There we go. Let's stick you on right there. Oh my God! Stop. Won't let me get you guys situated here. Here we go. It's right here. Yeah, I'm hitting the camera. I put you guys right in the way, I guess. That actually come out a lot easier than what I thought I was going to do. It's going to suck trying to get it up out of all that mess, though. I thought about just leaving it in there, but I gotta pull it so I can have part of this thing. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna move you guys just back this a little bit here. I know you guys ain't gonna be able to see much, but I gotta be able to do much. Oh man. Come on. There, she's loose. Now we just have to figure out how we're going to fish her up out of there. Come on. Alright. Let's go. Push that down there. Plug that back in. I think it'd probably be a lot easier just to go get a plug instead of trying to weld that stuff. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Take this. Oh, my ladder. And then they make a block off plate for the EGR too, but about the way. There we go. What is he bolted down? Yeah, she bolted down some type of strap. God, Lee. I gotta see what she bolted down into. There it is. 13. Let me get a extension. Well, might get this taken out of there. I'll bring it back to set. So there's the piece I'm going to use to block off. I folded it here, smacked it with a hammer, folded it again, and smacked it. I ought to do it one more time. We'll have to show you how to do it. We'll do it one more time. So I stuck her in the vise. Now I folded it. And then look it, turn it that way. That was all to it. That's 3 folds, 1, 2, 3. So we shouldn't have any leak or any problems like that out of it. And as of right now, that would be a vacuum leak, so it's not leaking any exhaust. That's all I care about. Come on. Where's that wrench? I'd use a 7/8. Come on, seriously. Almost done. It's taken about 3 hours now total. That flange on this side was a little harder than what I thought she was going to be, but let me find some freaking lube or something. This thing ain't wanting to spin all that great on here. Getting to be hard to start is what it's doing. There she started. That's the heat. Radiator hose is going to be in the way. Always sending stuff in the way. I'm not, well, I would assume you could just unplug the CGR valve and just let the cable dangle, because, you know, people use them block off plates, so I don't know why. And they just unplug them, so. Alright, well, let's get that stuff out the way there. This over here. You can see I got the AC, it's deleted too. It was that way when I bought it. So, we'll fire her up. Man, she hasn't been that quiet. I don't know how long. I've had it about a year, and she got pretty loud. Sounds like there's still a little bit of an exhaust leak back there on that flange, but she sounds so much better. I mean, as far as like, you don't seem like she's struggling to run. Drop my phone. Now she don't, you know, sound so much like, you know, struggling to run. So, man, it's a beautiful thing. Obviously that there, our fix on the pipe's working. See what happens now. Plug that EGR valve. We'll just let her dangle. So I think when that EGR valve would open, that's when it would suck the air in. So we just leave her unplugged. It'll be fine. Man, she's actually running really smooth. The timing's a little off. You can tell by when I first give it gas, it kind of hesitates. But she picks right up, so that there's a win-win for me. I like it. Quiet it down. Got some headers on it. I could have just tightened them bolts up on the thing, so that wasn't in the plan for the day. So that's what I'm closing up shop. So that's what we accomplished that. We're gonna go. I'm gonna drive this around to the front yard to the house. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get me something to eat, drink me a cup of coffee, and call it a day for today. I'll probably come out and sand on well, no, we're gonna work on the trailer tomorrow, because I did get some hubs for it. We're gonna see if we can get them trailer hubs on it, see if they'll work. They were free. The guy gave them to me. He said if you can use them, use them. I told him I don't know if they'll work. And I don't. I'm not 100% sure that they'll work. But I mean, all we can do is try, ain't it? This looks smaller. This looks bigger. Kind of like the same on that. If not, we might be able to take the races and the bearings out of that and put in it. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. But I'm glad this thing here's quieted it down, and it seems to be running pretty good. If we have any problems on driving it around, I'll let you know. But until then, I think she's good. Next thing on the agenda is shocks, and she's gonna be roadworthy pretty much. All right, we're back around to the front of the house. Man, it did flawless. It really woke that motor up. I don't know how. I don't know the gist of all this, but now that I give it gas, she wants to go. It's a good thing. You know, that couple plug wires loose weren't bad, but it wasn't. I didn't have no missing when I had my scan tool hooked up to it. You know, so it did until I changed fixed the distributor. So I'm going in. We'll see you guys on the next one. If you like this, hit like, comment, subscribe if you would. Thank you.